want to talk about, a realization that I had the last couple months was that men are smarter and better at everything. Now, I know this sounds crazy to you guys. You're like, Pearl, you're just a woman hater. Well, I had this realization when I thought to myself, huh, the only time women seem to make a lot of money is in media, and that's monetizing beauty on some level. We don't have female Elon Musks. Um, we don't have female Albert Einsteins. Like, if women are really that smart, wouldn't we see the results in the world? And I really think they just make up these tests. I swear to God. I think they make these IQ tests more catered to women so we think we're smarter than we are. Because I really think the more you big up the ego of women, the more women don't want to be with men that are on their level. And I just think there's some campaign to make women feel like we're so special and so important, even though most of us are just average chicks that aren't that special or aren't that important. And it's so funny because whenever I bring this up, whenever I say to the chicks, guys, we're not that special, we're not that smart, we're pretty average. Like, if you say that to a guy, it's so funny because we've spent a generation telling men they're idiots. Like, we'll just say, oh, he's a guy, he's dumb. And it's so funny because the guys just kind of take it. They just say, okay. But if you tell if you tell women we're idiots and we're dumb and we're just average and men are smarter, it's like this visceral reaction. It's like, my life is so hard. So trans women, biological males, have been banned from competing in women's chess competitions. So, this is, again, we see the IQ tests where it says that men are on one end or the other end of the IQ distribution and women are all gathered in the middle. And, I hear you. Maybe there's some truth to that, but, I just don't believe it. Sorry. And this is the thing. Like, we can look at what the institutions are telling us and what the media is telling us, or I can look at what's in front of my eyes. And I'm sorry, but as women, we just lead, we make decisions emotionally. Wouldn't you think, guys, if we were so smart, the most important decision of our life, which is picking a husband, don't you think we'd be smart about picking one? Like, seriously, like, don't you think we would be smart and think to ourselves, let me pick a good husband instead of making a baby with a drug dealer? Or a guy that's cheated on every single girlfriend he's ever had, or a guy that's super famous. Oh no, that's not what we do. And I'm not trying to be rude, but I just got to look at what we pick. So now this has transitioned into chess tournaments. So again, there's no physical strength needed in chess tournaments, but women are smarter than men, right? And the average women are smarter than the average men. Yet biological males have been banned from competing in women's chess competitions. If we're so smart, why don't we just dominate? Why don't we just kill it? Like we just kill everything, right? We're so smart. So the comments say, bro, why is there even a woman in a men's competition in the first place? Opus says, because men are more intelligent. That's not even a competition. A 3-year-old infant could beat a woman grandmaster. And I was actually thinking about when I was a kid, and I have a younger brother, and we used to fight when I was younger because I just didn't want to listen to him. And then the older I got, the more I started to realize, I'm like, oh, dang it, my little brother's smarter than me. And I really think once as women, we just have this realization, guys. I think it helps us. When we start to realize, hey, women in general were never happy, then we can at least adapt. And when we're feeling like maybe I should leave my marriage, my children, and everything I've built because I saw a soap opera the other day, maybe we'll be like, you know what? Women were never happy, so let's try to be happy. Or when we think, well, I'm smarter than my husband, so I should be in control. Maybe we'll step back and think, well, maybe he's smarter, okay? And I'm not even trying to be rude, guys, but we just have monetized beauty so much. And I'll even use myself as an example. I'll admit this. Like, you're in an advantage as a chick. Like, you just get more eyeballs. Like, more people want to listen to you when you're a girl. A guy has to work 10 times as hard to get in the same position as we do in media. And And I think we get into more trouble when we start to just think it's all by ourselves and we don't have any advantage. And, it's not easier in life being a chick. I think it's easier when you know that it is. So Kappa says now they just need to do this for all sports. So again, this is what we're feeding into the delusion that men and women are equal. And again, I think there's a natural hierarchy in the world, guys. God, men, women, children. And I think the more we tell us women that we're equal and that we're just as good and just as powerful and more deserving than men, I think that's when evil really happens because unfortunately when women get power, as we saw with the baby killer, a lot of us, when we're not led by the guidance of a man, we just aren't the best people. And I don't know what it is.